Hi, my name's Dave Laram. I'm the RFU's club developer for Buckinghamshire, Berkshire and Oxfordshire. And today I'm at Didcot Rugby Club in Oxfordshire with Rob Carter, who's the chair of Mini and Juniors here at Didcot Rugby Club. And we're here to talk about membership and how your club can generate revenue by having a robust membership scheme. Hi Rob, welcome to an interview series. Just want to set the tone. Didcot Rugby Club, roughly how many members do you currently have?
Thanks for asking me, Dave. Well, I think we're still a relatively small club, actually. I mean, we only started our minis and juniors section 12 years ago from scratch. And this season was a sort of breakthrough for us where we broke through 200 players. I think we've currently got about 214 minis and juniors. Male and female, well, we've just established a female team, so we're on about 40 female players, and we're on about 85 to 100 on the male players. We've got a Thriving Touch section as well, so and we've also just started a walking rugby this season, which gets about 16 people turn up a week.
Fantastic. So some really good rugby offers across different formats. So in terms of the membership scheme, you made the move from your pre-existing sort of scheme across to FSI using GMS. So talk to me about your membership scheme for the 2021-22 season.
So we initially just moved minis and juniors across because there was a process going on about affiliation of all players via GMS. So it seemed like a really straightforward way to move across. So we've just created a simple membership scheme for our minis and juniors on that. Currently, the other sections of the club, they just carry on playing by direct debit.
And in terms of that move then from the minis and juniors, just talk to me about the different sort of like schemes that you've got set up for the sort of like the children, parents, X, Y, Z. So
what we do is just charge one fee, but it does involve us to do a couple of things as well, which is quite nice. So we have sibling discounts. So there'll be a £20 discount for one sibling and a further £20 for another sibling. So GMS allows us to put those onto there. We don't offer any other sort of membership via GMS at the moment, though.
And in terms of the club's overall sort of like finances and income streams, what kind of percentage does the membership sort of like represent for you on the sort of income budget sheet?
Membership's important. I think membership brings in currently, I think, about 75% of our income, and that is sort of sponsorship and grants. So getting good membership is really important for the running of our club.
And in terms of the membership and the actual functionality, you made the move across to the FSI platform. You've linked it through GMS and player affiliation. So talk to me about how, when a player joins the club and mum or dad or guardians sign them up, what's the process from walking through the door, trying rugby and then becoming a fully paid up member and family?
Well, we always like to offer our players or new players when they come to the club some nice free taster sessions. But once they're committed to joining the club, then we have sort of detailed, we do it via GMS, we don't do it via our website, but we will detail simple instructions about joining GMS, affiliating with the club, and then as simple as just clicking on the buy membership option and then adding it to the basket.
And in terms of you did it previously through another platform, but you've done it through FSI this year. And I mean, one of the reasons we're here is I'm so impressed with the numbers. What sort of percentage increase have you seen across your mini and juniors by using that platform?
I think the advantage of using it just makes it so much easier to track that you're getting your payments through. So this season, we've got nearly everybody. We've got, I would say, about 98, 99% of our minis and juniors memberships paid up at by the end of the season.
And that's obviously seen an increase in the amount of revenue that's come into the club through having that effective process?
Yeah, definitely. I think if you think about, we've just come through like post-pandemic and we're trying to sort of we actually did reduce our fees through that time, but it's important that we were able to still reconnect with our members after this, and now they're out playing rugby, enjoying themselves on a Sunday morning.
Brilliant. Now, you form part of a really proactive and pragmatic executive committee here at Didcot Rugby Club. In terms of the club membership and the processes, who's ultimately responsible and accountable to the executive board for producing a really robust membership scheme and sort of chasing those payments and ultimately reporting monthly and annually?
Yeah, so that, I mean, for me, as representing the minis and juniors on the club committee, I'm responsible for making sure that my section is membership scheme is up to date and payments are coming through, and the representatives from the senior sections, the touch section, and this season when we do start charging for walking rugby, that those people are responsible for then getting their payments through and following those.
And in terms of, you know, that sort of like reflection on what's been a really successful membership campaign for the minis and juniors, and I know that you've got some meetings coming over the next few days and weeks around what next season looks like. What does success look for you look like next season in terms of building on what's been a very successful campaign for the minis and juniors this year?
Well, success looks like we really need to model that this system works, because what we'd want to show is that if we want to get the most from our membership schemes and get payments all coming through, that we need to ensure that everybody is accountable and paying for their membership, and also all sections are as well, so that's important. So when it comes to thinking about next season and planning for it, you've got a model here that seems to work for one section, so there's no reason why it can't work for the other sections of the club.
And you've obviously got a lot of different rugby formats here, and what does it mean to the whole club knowing that each different section is contributing towards the finances and ultimately, you know, the future proofing of the club? What does it mean to you knowing that sort of like you're contributing and everybody else within the club is contributing? Everybody
wants that one club approach, don't they, where everybody feels part of the rugby family. Certainly we like to think that at Didcot Rugby Club. So it's important that everybody's paying and everybody's seeing the benefits of their payment as we invest more into our club, which we can do if we're getting our membership getting paid.
I'm loving what I'm hearing, Rob, and I just think for the benefit of this revenue generation series, you know, knowing that you've had such good success this year through what you've trialled with the minis and juniors, you've obviously learnt a few things on the way. What would your top tips be for other clubs looking at sort of developing robust schemes to be able to maximise the effect of bringing in much needed revenue?
I'd firstly ensure that you have individuals that are accountable for each of their sections, so they're accountable for those payments coming through. I'd use a simple payment system. I think the GMS system is a simple payment system and it can be easily tracked, so that's good for finding out who has paid and who hasn't paid. I'd make your section's income that you're generating through your scheme, then you can use that for when you're planning your budget for the next season. So you know how much you're taking, you know how much you're bringing in, and then you can know how much you want to spend on your members, because I think it's important if they're paying that membership scheme that they're going to see the funds of that coming through. We like to create an assistance fund in the club as well, because not everybody has the ability to be able to pay, and so we want to help our members with an assistance fund. And have an approach that all stakeholders in the club know about the importance of paying fees for the running of a rugby club.
Fantastic, Rob. Rob, it's been an insightful opportunity to talk to you. I'd like to wish you and all the members here at Didcot a restful break, and I know that you won't be long planning for the new season, and all the best with everything you're doing. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Dave.